Africa's Great Lakes, a region of beauty, resilience, and economic potential. A region defined by water and opportunity. The African Great Lakes region, spanning Burundi, the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Kenya, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia, is one of the most ecologically and economically significant areas in the world. This region is home to some of the largest freshwater bodies on Earth, including Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Malawi, Lake Albert, Lake Edward, Lake Kivu, and Lake Turkana. Together, these lakes account for approximately 27% of the world's freshwater reserves and directly support over 100 million people who rely on them for water, food, trade, and transportation. Despite its natural wealth, the Great Lakes region has long struggled with political instability, economic underdevelopment, and environmental degradation. However, these lakes offer an untapped opportunity for sustainable trade and regional integration, which, if properly harnessed, could transform the economic landscape of East and Central Africa. The economic importance of the lakes. The Great Lakes serve as economic arteries, connecting landlocked countries to global markets. Cities such as Kisumu, Kenya, Mwanza, Tanzania, Bukavu, DRC, Bujumbura, Burundi, and Kampala, Uganda, thrive due to their proximity to these lakes. The lakes support fishing, agriculture, transportation, and energy production, all of which are critical to the livelihoods of millions. 1. Fishing and aquaculture. The Great Lakes produce over 2.5 million metric tons of fish annually, contributing billions of dollars to local economies. However, challenges such as overfishing, pollution, and invasive species threaten long-term sustainability. Investment in regulated aquaculture and cross-border fisheries management could boost fish exports and improve food security. 2. Agriculture and trade. The fertile volcanic soils around the lakes make the region ideal for growing coffee, tea, bananas, maize, rice, and cassava. These crops are major exports, yet inadequate infrastructure and trade barriers limit their market reach. Establishing regional agricultural trade hubs and improved transport networks could enhance economic growth. 3. Mining and energy. Beneath and around the lakes lie vast deposits of oil, natural gas, gold, tin, coltan, and diamonds. Lake Kivu, for example, holds an estimated 60 billion cubic meters of methane gas, which Rwanda and the DRC are beginning to exploit for energy production. Responsible and transparent resource management could turn these natural assets into engines of economic progress rather than sources of conflict. 4th, transport and connectivity. The Great Lakes offer cost-effective transport routes, but many remain underutilized due to poor infrastructure and political instability. Developing modernized ports, ferries, and rail links connecting major trade hubs would reduce dependency on road networks and lower transport costs for goods and services. A proposal for trade development based on the Great Lakes. A coordinated trade development strategy is essential to unlocking the full economic potential of the Great Lakes region. The following proposal outlines key initiatives that could transform the lakes into a hub for regional and international commerce. 1. Establishing the African Great Lakes Trade Corridor, AGLTC. A regional trade corridor should be developed, linking major cities and economic zones through a network of water transport, railways, and roads. This corridor would facilitate faster and cheaper movement of goods between landlocked and coastal nations, promote joint infrastructure investments between countries to develop ports, warehouses, and customs facilities, enhance cross-border trade agreements to reduce tariffs and trade barriers. 2. Sustainable fisheries and blue economy investment. To protect and expand the fishing industry, the proposal includes establishing regional fishery management programs to prevent overfishing, encouraging private sector investment in fish processing plants, reducing post-harvest losses and increasing exports. Supporting the development of sustainable aquaculture farms using modern breeding techniques. 3. Energy and resource-based trade. The lakes hold immense energy resources that can be used to power regional industries. The proposal suggests expanding the methane gas extraction project in Lake Kivu and replicating similar initiatives in other lakes. Developing hydroelectric power plants along major rivers flowing from the lakes to provide affordable electricity. Establishing a regional mineral certification system to regulate and increase fair trade of coltan, gold, and other minerals. Infrastructure and transport development. To improve trade efficiency, the region needs modern ferry and cargo shipping services between major ports on Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, and Lake Malawi. Construction of new railway lines connecting inland mining and agricultural zones to lake ports. Harmonization of customs and trade regulations to reduce delays in cross-border shipments. 5th, regional trade and investment agreements. A Great Lakes Economic Partnership, GLEPI, should be established to encourage public-private partnerships, PPPs, for infrastructure development. Attract foreign direct investment, FDI, by promoting the region as a unified market. Create special economic zones, SEZs, near key lake ports to facilitate manufacturing and processing industries. Potential impact of the proposed trade plan. If implemented, these trade development strategies could lead to a 50% reduction in transport costs, making exports more competitive. A 30% increase in regional trade, improving GDP growth for landlocked nations. Creation of millions of new jobs in fisheries, transport, and manufacturing. Strengthen peace and stability, as economic growth reduces dependence on conflict-driven resource exploitation. Finally, there is a hope of transforming the Great Lakes into a trade powerhouse because the African Great Lakes region holds unparalleled potential for economic transformation. By leveraging its lakes as natural trade highways, developing sustainable industries, and fostering regional cooperation, the region can move beyond its history of conflict and instability toward a future of prosperity. With strategic investments, policy coordination, and infrastructure development, the Great Lakes can become a center for trade, energy, and innovation, benefiting not only Africa but the global economy. The time to act is now. By embracing a bold vision, the Great Lakes can be a symbol of economic strength and unity in Africa.